everybody, how are you doing? I'm on a bit of a mission right now to find the best VPN, or a suite of different VPNs. You'll have to excuse me removing out the details for the login here. But I just got given a year subscription to Speedify. And Speedify is a really interesting VPN that I looked at last year and didn't really progress it further. I didn't really progress my other VPN further, to be honest. I saw it pop up and thought, that's a great idea. I'd love to get that. Couldn't really afford it at the time. And they've just recently come back on my radar again because they've integrated a VPN in there. Now, you've probably heard it in the news, especially in the US, that they're trying to, let's say, unlock the ability for ISPs and mainly the government to be able to look into your log files at will. And it's a big thing, big contested thing that's been happening over many years in terms of privacy, and it's a big topic that I don't have the brain power, the knowledge, the vocabulary to deal with it all. But bear in mind that there is issues in terms of your data being resold, you being targeted. If you ever wondered why ads on Facebook suddenly know what you're looking for, then you'll understand what I mean. But I kind of wanted a VPN for a couple of things. One, I like the additional layer of encrypted security of the tunnel of a VPN. But also, when I'm doing live streaming, I'd like to have some kind of resilience against DOS attacks, DDoS, or denial of service, denial of distribution of service, which basically means knocking you off the internet. And you can mitigate a bunch of that. Mitigate means to kind of cut off, if you like, or reduce the attack surface of your computer if you have your data going through an encrypted tunnel. So I've got two services here, and I just wanted to show you a few results, ping results, and a little bit of knowledge share in terms of latency and ping times and speeds and what it all means, and also why Speedify is a little bit different. Now, I've not been paid to do this. They've given me a license. I'm not quite sure why. They just tweeted me and said, hey, we've released this again. I went to download it, had an issue. Because of that issue, I think they were like really friendly and said, hey, you know, like, sorry, our bad, here's a license. And that's cool. So I've said to them, give me some graphics and I'll put your like banners in my stream. And I'm also going to put one at the beginning of this video. I want to get into doing more videos off the cuff like this that I can record. I've got all the equipment, and I should just spend a day making little videos about things that I really like. Anyway, I know you're sitting there going, get on with it. So Speedify, let me get into Speedify first because it's really interesting. Speedify is not only a VPN client, it has the ability to bond connections together, which is awesome. And I'm going to tell you why it's awesome, because you might have more than one internet connection. You might have a 4G unlimited tethered plan on your iPhone or Android device. You might have super fast Ethernet in different places that you connect into. And what Speedify can do is bond them together to give you a faster connection. So if we quickly go up here to this Speedify screen, you can see here where it says encrypted. If I click on speed, you've got use connections together for both the reliability and speed boosts when you need them, or redundant mode redundantly sends all traffic across each connection to improve reliability. So that's kind of interesting to me. I haven't got Ethernet, I've only got the Wi-Fi, but they did have up to 10 devices bonded together. Now, you need to have obviously 10 Wi-Fi networks, or for instance, I've got an iPad 2 there giving me my 4G signal. If I had 10 iPads with unlimited 4G connections in there, I would need 10 additional Wi-Fi networks. That means I'd need Wi-Fi interfaces on my machine. Now, you could get one of those USB strips and plug that into your machine if you're completely mental, and plug in a Wi-Fi adapter into each one. So you've got like 10 different Wi-Fi networks on 10 different channels connecting to an iPad device tethered to that, and then bond them all together. That's nuts to me that this software exists, that you could do that. You could do that if you wanted to do that. It's kind of an interesting way that if you've got 2 or 3 of these devices, maybe you do a tech show online, you have a bunch of these phones, you could just have these powered up all the time with 4G SIMs in it and bond them all together and have super fast internet. So that's cool. I like that. But now you can actually do servers as well, so VPN wrapped within it. So What I like about this is that you can do connect to closest country. So wherever you are, if you fly around a lot, if you're a traveler, you get into a different country, they support pretty much, like a whole bunch of countries here, popular countries here. And then they've also got connected P2P server, which is quite rare. So if you're interested in torrents at all, there's that there. Very lightweight, very easy to use, just fires up, gives you a bit of an indication of how much the speed of your internet's going. So I'm going to quickly do another test here. You can see I just did one. Quite solid, ping of 39, download 24 meg, 14 meg up. Now you're probably thinking, well, that's not very good. Well, it is for 4G internet. Yes, you can get faster. You can get up to 100 megabits. And I'm going to show you something really interesting in a minute as well, because we're using Speedify right now. You'll notice this little chart, just to explain this chart a little bit. See, it's going up. It's trying to max out the my connection and what it can do. Now, it's saying, and it's still going up, it's saying it can do 20 meg here, right? The ping is very important as well, because I use my VPN a lot for gaming and streaming. This ping, this latency, this turnaround time is very important. You want pings sub 50 milliseconds if you can. If you're on an Ethernet connection, then you're probably going to get a lot lower than that, maybe 10 or 15, and that is absolutely perfect for gaming. You'll notice on a LAN, you'll probably only get like 2 or 3 milliseconds because of the talkback, the connection between one point and another point. So this is fairly acceptable. This is rock solid stable, 38 milliseconds, 22 down, 60 meg up. This is perfect for live streaming, perfect for doing gaming. So quite happy with Speedify, but I'm going to turn it off. I'm going to get rid of Speedify. I'm going to shut this down. And I just want to show you something that's really interesting. You'll see on the right-hand side, this is a provider that I use, or were using until I started using Speedify yesterday, called IBVPN, which I absolutely love. I think these guys are awesome. And I've got the ultimate VPN pack with them. And you'll see that they support 4 different kinds of VPN protocol. These each have different compression or speed benefits to them. You have to like dabble and play around with it. So I use OpenVPN for one particular one, but they have so many servers from US, UK, all around the world, so many different ones, especially ones for P2P. You can even do double VPN here, so you bounce it through 2 places. Absolutely amazing, massive service. And so one of the connections that popped up recently was that I could use, if I selected OpenVPN and scroll to the bottom, you'll see that there is Gaming Netherlands. So there's a dedicated Netherlands connection. So I'm going to connect to that using OpenVPN. And it goes fairly quickly. Oh, this is doing something now. Look at this. This is kind of interesting. It's found tap 0, which I presume is my VPN connection. So it's trying to, if I wanted to, I can bond these connections together, even though it is the same connection. So let me bring back my client. So you can see I'm connected. Now, see what happens now when I do a speed test. Remember that I got 21 meg down and 80 meg up. Now, my ping has gone up. But look at my internet connection. Look how fast that internet connection has got. Now, I'm going to explain what's happening here, because you might just think, wow, how is that happening? And why would you not just use this for your connection all the time? Now, you'll notice that my ping has gone to 55 milliseconds when it was 35 milliseconds. So my ping, my latency has gone up a bit, which for gaming, it does affect gaming. But you'll notice my download is 45 meg. That's double what I just had on my Speedify connection. Bearing in mind, my Speedify connection was connecting me to a server in the UK, where I am in the UK, right? So I was connecting to a UK server and was only getting 20 megabit down. Now I'm connecting using OpenVPN direct to a gaming server, and I'm getting double that. Like, what's going on? Because I've added an extra hop. I'm hopping over from the UK to the Netherlands onto a Dutch server, and yet I'm getting those kinds of speeds. Well, there's a couple of things going on here. First of all, we're using a different protocol called OpenVPN instead of whatever Speedify uses. I'm not sure what they use. And also, the gaming server that I'm connecting to is on a incredibly fast backbone. So what I mean by that is that it's a server, an OpenVPN server, sitting on a rack server inside a data center that has what I call a fat pipe. And the fat pipe is basically lots of different providers into that data center with huge capacity. Now, that data center, I know, that company, I think it says it up here, actually. No, it doesn't say up here, actually. That data center I know has about 700 gigabits of capacity. Now, the reason why this gaming server is so good is that they also host the gaming servers on the same network. So I'm not hopping out to anywhere else. So this is what's changing for me with VPNs, is that dedicated game servers are also getting dedicated VPNs so that the professional gamers don't get knocked offline, and they have a low latency connection to that server. Now, I don't play on any particular servers that they have because it's all Battlefront, Battlefront or Battlefield 1, and they have servers located on that. So if I was playing that game, this would be the best way to go. I also find that if I'm playing other games in Europe, especially on Dutch servers, this works really well for me. Where this connection doesn't work very well is if I try and do anything else. So if I try to do live streaming and things like that, it maybe work for an hour or so, but then I would get kicked off. And the reason for that is this is optimized for gaming traffic. I had to pause it there because there was a massive, felt like a tank going by. So I would use this probably for gaming, and I probably wouldn't use it for anything else. So this is where having a VPN is a bit of an art form, and you need to learn a little bit about it because you have different VPNs for different things. So I'm going to probably be using Speedify a lot more to do my Twitch stream or my Beam.pro stream, and I'd probably use my IBVPN, open VPN connection to this gaming server in the Netherlands just for my gaming. And I think that's what I was trying to get across by doing this video. One, that there's tools out there to bond your connection together to have a faster internet connection. Two, this is a way of wrapping your connection so that if somebody tries to DOS attack you while you're gaming or streaming, you can kind of mitigate some of that. Also, by the way, if you are doing live streaming, never chat in the chat box. There is a way to find out your host, where you're streaming from, where you're connecting from via the chat. Some people connect to the chats in different ways, and they have tools and services to be able to list or ping or query, or an old term called finger, your connection and find out your IP address from that, and then they can flood the IP address and that knocks you offline. So in the chat boxes on Twitch or YouTube or any program that you use, you're best to have moderators or a proxy to be able to connect to that chat. Otherwise, they can flood your internet connection, which stops you streaming to the web and knocks your Twitch or YouTube connection offline. All right. I think I'm going to have to mute you once more. Is it coming back or going the other way? I'm not sure. So that's kind of interesting to me that the different VPNs do different things. The lower the ping, the better for gaming. The more stable, I found that even though this ping is higher, I would probably use the Speedify one more, just as my daily driver for my websites and YouTube, just because it is more consistent and it doesn't kick me off. So yeah, that's all I wanted to do today. I just wanted to do a little bit of a VPN video and put it out there and show you Speedify. These services are awesome. I paid for IBVPN and got this Speedify for the next year to play with. I will be playing with it more. You're damn sure I'm going to be doing more experimentation when it comes to more Wi-Fi connections, more bonded internet. If I can get over, say, 100 meg on 4G with 2 or 3 Wi-Fi connections on 4G unlimited, that will be interesting to me because it will give me a really... It'd be really interesting to see how it bonds together for gaming more than anything, because I'm bonding lots of connections together. It'll probably be better just for general everyday uploading and downloading for my video files from my clients. But I'm very interested for this because of being in a field or being on a location and being able to have, say, Vodafone or 3 or O2 or lots of different internet providers. They're all using the same kind of cell towers nearby, but you're adding in redundancy to your internet connection. You're adding a layer to that. If one of those cellular networks goes down or goes off, you've got other ones as backups. And for somebody who's kind of interested in mission critical video streaming, it's a perfect tool for that. All right, that's it. I hope you subscribe. I hope you enjoy the video. Please like it. Any comments, feedback, I'd love that. See you later. Bye.